Welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton here at Lytham Golf Academy. I've got a new product to review here for you guys today, and it's the Titleist TMB in the 718 series here. Now, I'm going to review this in the long iron. I've got a 2-iron here for you guys to have a little look at, because I sort of feel, now that obviously Titleist offer this as a full set now in the 718 series, but I still feel it's probably going to be the bigger seller more in the long iron replacement, maybe for the guys out there who've got AP2, possibly AP3 irons here, and they may just want that a little bit easier to hit long iron in there. And I think this is definitely where the TMB will sort of sit in there. Now, it's a multi-material head, it's a hollow construction here. There's a lot of high density tungsten in the head here, which is split more, sort of a lot in the toe, a bit into the heel, which obviously increasing a little bit of stability. Off-center hits help, ball speed. Titleist is saying it's obviously it's a hollow head, it's a very unsupported club face, so hopefully we're going to see some big ball speeds here. So I'm guessing we're going to see a forgiving iron here, a long hitting iron. Now this sits right into my bag here. You know, I'm a 2-iron carrier myself, so I'm be really interested to see how this performs, and I'm maybe expecting to get this out around the sort of 240, 245 mark generally for sort of a 2-iron. This is 17 degrees. Okay, so we're going to get this here. I've got GC2 HMT set up here. So we'll show you a little bit of data on the launch monitor here. I'll give you a little bit of feedback of looks and feel, and maybe this might give you an idea whether this is something you'd go out there and test yourselves. Okay, so now as I present that down by the golf ball, it's a really nice looking iron. First things that I sort of see there is a fairly slim top line. Now, when I say slim, it's obviously thicker than maybe like AP2 there. But for a driving iron with a hollow construction, it's quite a slimish top line there, which is quite nice to be honest. Just seeing the back of it sticking out as we look down there, but nothing that looks ugly and takes my eye away from the actual club face itself. What I am sort of surprised a bit of is there's quite a bit of offset on that, which just doesn't quite sit right for me personally, but it's a nice looking club to be fair. Okay, we'll give this first one a hit. Okay, I mean that feels really good. It's quite a low flight that, to be honest. I was expecting that to maybe launch a little bit higher. As I say, I carry the Srixon U45 in a 2-iron, which is probably a bit chunky at the back here, definitely more sticking out the back, which I see a little bit of a higher ball flight. That's come out a little bit lower. Yeah, it's a really good flight. It is quite low. I'm surprised how low that is. And that's getting up to 250, so the first one was 259, which was, yes, a long hit there for me for a 2-iron, but I'm definitely seeing it coming out quite a bit lower than what I'm used to anyway with my Srixon 2-iron here. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You know, I'm thinking if that's on a links golf course or a course where it's windy, I mean that is a really good strong flight. It feels hot off the club face. Okay, push that one. Struck that okay, but I've just pushed that a little bit out to the right. Again, good hits, 255 there, so it's getting out there quite healthy there, 143 ball speed, so it seems pretty hot off the club face there. As I say, just pushed that one a little bit out to the right, but feels really powerful off the club face. It's a good strike. Yeah, feels really solid there. I mean, that's running out such a nearly 160 there. I mean, sorry, 260. It seems pretty powerful off the club face there. I'm really liking the sort of ball flight there. It's definitely a little bit lower than what I used to, like I say, but that doesn't bother me. Obviously, that would be maybe struggle hitting into the green, but then again, a 2-iron is probably not the iron that you're going to buy for hitting into a green. It's probably more that sort of off the tee replacement to back up to drive, you know, tight par 4s where you want to try and find fairway but still get the distance out there. Lower ball flight, maybe windier golf course that you play at. chasing that second shot on long par fives, again, low chase, running sort of shot, that's probably sort of ideal there. For me, it looked great, maybe just a bit too much offset for my personal liking, but top line look of it is very, very nice, feels explosive, flight's very low penetrating, but let's go and have a look at some numbers. Right, so let's look at some numbers here. So 102 club head speed, 142 ball speed. So you see that second shot there wasn't obviously a great strike there. You see it just drops off a little bit on ball speed, but that still did pretty well, getting out at 250 there. Okay, so still getting out there at good distance. Launching around 11.5 on average, spinning at 2.7 there. So yeah, probably a spin number I'd probably expect for that particular club. Launched at 11.5, it is coming out quite low there, okay, but again, I don't mind that because if it hits the wind, that's really going to penetrate, good ball speed, launching at that with a little bit of spin, it's going to really penetrate there. So average carry distance 231, running out 255 on average. So I was thinking around the 245 mark, that's getting me a little bit more there, so it's quite an appealing sort of golf club there, to be honest, with regards to, I like the look of it, feel of it is good, and it's getting some good distance there. Right guys, so there we have it, Titleist TMB 2-iron review. So, a good favourite of mine, that to be honest. As I say, I play with a 2-iron. I've always have done since growing up. It's always been a long iron sort of player, so these always, when an iron comes out, these sort of driving irons, and obviously we've seen more of these options from a lot of the manufacturers nowadays. It gets me a little bit excited in a strange way, but because I love hitting a long iron. The flight of a long iron I love to sort of see. And I like that, as I say, offset, just a bit too much offset possibly for my liking there, but it's a nice compact head, it's not too chunky, you don't see too much of that sole sticking out the back as you present it down by the golf ball. It feels great, it's definitely a powerful ball flight, and it's a great option now, and as I say, I think this will be more for probably the guy who would replace the longer irons as opposed to probably somebody who would get the whole sort of set in these. But again, obviously you've got a lot of tungsten there, they're very forgiving, hollow construction, so there's no reason why guys wouldn't get the whole set if they want that forgiveness right the way through. But I think probably the AP2 guy, AP3 guy, possibly even the CB and MB guy, the blade and the small cavity guys might just put that in as a 2-iron or even a 3-iron into the bag. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. Comment down below what you think of the TMB. Was that something you probably put in as a long iron there, or would you go full set? Okay, it'd be interesting to hear your sort of thoughts here. So please hit that subscribe button, share the video around, follow me on social media platforms, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.